Good afternoon everyone, Nicola Cairncross here, welcome back to the channel. I've spoken many times about how to go about finding your 100 ideal customers initially, but I've never really done a deep dive on how you can do that. So I'd like to do that today and I hope that will be helpful for you. We'll start off with the real world places that you can find people, which is sort of the traditional route if you like. And the first thing to do is to identify who those ideal future customers are. In my case, it's business owners, it's solopreneurs, it's freelancers, it's people who have written a book or perhaps got a training course and they don't know how to market it. So if I was thinking about how to find my ideal 100 customers offline, I would probably start with, in fact I did start with getting someone on Upwork to go through the 100 best-selling business books in the UK and the US on Amazon. And don't underestimate the value of Amazon, because you can find people on there who are your ideal customers. For example, if you're supplying services to someone who runs an Amazon business and you want to work in a particular market sector, then I would just go onto Amazon and look for the product that best sums up that sector, and then find all the people on the page, all of the merchants on that page who are supplying those products. That will give you 100 people really easily. And as I say, you can get people on Upwork to do this data collection, so don't think of it in terms of having to do it all yourself. The other way to find people offline is to find trade associations, and often they'll let you advertise on their website or they'll let you pay to put a little segment in their newsletter. The other way to do it is to go to your local chamber of commerce if your ideal customer base is a bit more broad. Say it's businesses between 1 and 10 million within a 20-mile radius. You could go to 2 or 3 chamber of commerces. There are also the B&I breakfasts. Now, you won't find 100 of your ideal customers there, but if you know very specifically who you're looking to be introduced to, as long as you stand up and do your 2-minute intro speech very succinctly, then everyone in your B&I group or other networking group will know who to look out for you. There's also, of course, exhibitions and conferences. For example, if you've got you're in a particular niche, there's always going to be exhibitions and conferences. Conferences are a little bit more informal, but go with a good handful of business cards and get talking to people, and don't do anything crass like leave them on the tables or leave them on the chairs, please. That went out with the arc. That's just seen as spamming conferences. So you're looking to make meaningful connections at these things. If you go to an exhibition, however, swapping business cards is a very usual way of doing things, but again, don't leave them on chairs and tables. That's just a waste of your business card and nobody actually picks them up. I also wouldn't be paying to put them into any of those goodie bags, because how many times have you come home from a conference or an exhibition and sat and looked through all the stuff that was in the goodie bag? Well, I do, but I'm a bit of a nerd like that. So I can't imagine many people do. I imagine they literally keep the bits they want to keep because they've made a meaningful connection with someone, and throw the whole of the rest of the rubbish in the bin. But the one thing that you can do when you go around is go to the stands and collect their business cards. They've often got big piles of them and they want you to take them, so that's not behaving in a way that's obnoxious. And if you go to a particular trade exhibition, for example, it can be a very targeted way of building up a list of your 100 ideal customers very quickly. And then as you start following up with them, sending them an email perhaps, connecting with them on LinkedIn, or even just doing the old cold calling afterwards. Brave if you can do that. I can never do cold calling. Then at least you're going to build up a list of the kind of people who respond to you. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for 100 ideal customers who are responsive to our offer. That was the bit I didn't say at the beginning, so that's what you're going to be thinking about. The other way to find people is through local advertising. So for example, if you have an upmarket magazine locally and your target customer base might be advertising in there, then that's a good way of getting contact details. And also reading articles and reading trade magazines. You can be reading articles about people and picking up information from that. You should always have a little pen and notepad, or you'll get out your notes on your phone depending on how old you are, and constantly be collecting contact details for your potential future ideal customers. Going online now, and again, remember you can get people on Upwork to do this for you. The first place I'd be starting is with LinkedIn, because everybody's there looking to connect. But I would try not to connect with people on LinkedIn, because let's face it, all our LinkedIn inboxes are full of spam. people trying to do exactly this. So what I'd be doing is I would be getting the information from LinkedIn, and again, Upwork data gatherers can do the job for you. But then I would be looking to connect with these people on Twitter or Facebook or Substack, wherever else they might be. So think about the personality of your ideal customer, and think about where they might hang out to play. So that's the interesting one, because someone like Elon Musk, he's not going to be on Facebook, and he may or may not be on Substack, but he's definitely on Twitter. So think about where those people go to hang out with their peers, and that's the place that you'll be most likely easily able to naturally connect with them. YouTube, that's another place. Amazon, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of those places are places where you can make contact with your ideal customers. YouTube particularly, I've actually attracted a few subscribers recently by sensibly commenting on other people's YouTube videos. Adds value to the original video. That's the way to do it. Stop playing with Nicola Cairncross here, and I'd like to quickly interrupt this video. You may or may not know I have a business called Clicks and Leads Academy, which is not just about marketing your business better online, although we do cover that. It's also about becoming a better entrepreneur. So if you like the sound of that, you can come over to clicksandleads.academy. See you on the other side. Don't forget Facebook groups. If your ideal customer is a particular kind of person who might have joined a group on Facebook, that's a great way to make contact with a lot of people, but you've got to be very, very, very sensitive to the rules of the group. If you've got some ideal customers already, then you can actually go and see which groups those ideal customers belong to, which will give you a really good idea for which groups you should be joining. And again, that can inform your Facebook advertising. Many times I get my client to give me a short list of 10 ideal customers that they've already got, and I'll go and have a snoop about and see who those ideal customers have liked and which group they've joined. And that really helps me set up the Facebook ad campaign. And you can target very specifically ads to be shown just to people who like a certain person on Facebook, for example. And I'm pretty sure it's the same on Twitter. I haven't done Twitter advertising for a while now, but I'm pretty sure you can do that. And Google ads will let you do it on YouTube as well. They'll let you target the subscribers of particular people on YouTube. The other thing to think about online is other memberships. For example, a lot of my ideal customers are freelance trainers, and there is a Train the Trainer company that I can add value to, and actually I know the owner of that, and she's asked me several times to do webinars and seminars inside her own membership site. So that's the thing to think about. Is there a big membership site where everyone's hanging out, where your ideal customers are hanging out? And can you go and contact the owner of that membership site and see how you could bring value? The thing about membership sites is we're always looking for content. So we're always very grateful when someone pops up with an expertise that our members would like and benefit from. With regard to Twitter and Instagram, you can go and search by hashtags. You can search by hashtags on topic. You can search by all sorts of different hashtags. So if your ideal customer, for example, mine is a freelance trainer or an expert or an author, I can actually go and search by the hashtag author and then narrow it down from there. If you want to do a specific region, then it's also possible to put the town, the local big town, the local city, as a hashtag as well. So you can actually do advanced searches for different hashtags all put together, which will narrow down your choice of people to make contact with. So I hope this little roundup of how you could find your 100 ideal customers has been helpful for you. Don't hesitate to comment down below if you've got any other ideas you think I should have covered, or if a particularly weird and wonderful way of finding 100 of your ideal customers has ever worked for you. I also welcome the challenge, so if you'd like me to come up with some ideas for you of how you can get to your 100 ideal customers, then do put the details of your business in the comments below, and I'll be delighted to have a go for you. I answer all comments personally, and I love having challenges thrown at me. In the meantime, see you next time.